Since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Today, there's an NFC fight in store between the visiting team and the Atlanta Falcons. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap. To see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. And the coverage passes an early test. They've got somebody there to knock it away. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. DJ Chark there for the catch. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Penix. Down to the left side, and Johnston has it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Again, Penix to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the air with Penix. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Check smash. Riggs. Steady.
try and run here with Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, sending an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Tiger, 18 Tiger. Warrior 70.
Throwing now on first down. Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook applied wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Here's Robinson up the middle. Has some room to work. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. All right, so nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You can't start much better than that.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All set to go now from the 35.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Rolling back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
70 Ranger.
3rd and short, Daniels. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Going to have to play from the deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Staying with Robinson. Cuts it to the right sideline. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pull that in front further, 13-zip. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
Feed the beast. Second time now we've called a touchdown for him, and now he's over 100 yards. No need to go anywhere else with the football, but put it in that guy's hands.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
3 points of view.
They'll get another chance now to knock the point after through. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Visitors nothing.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now from the 35. Daniels on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
The running back gets it on the draw. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. It's a gain of 6, and now they face a daunting 3rd and 14.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Chucking it deep down the left sideline. That finds him deep down the sideline. Going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On first down, here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Nowhere to go with the ball, don't put it in harm's way.
Okay, ready?
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Ready, go!
On the gun, it's Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Got it, ready?
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter two. They're hoping to convert here on 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Daniels keeps it himself. And he gets in. Touchdown! Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. Completes this one to Gray. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Penix now to throw. Short pass brought in. Football is out. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there.
I think that's one of those cases, Kate, where this defense wished that ball round. You know, it's not, and it bounces in funny ways, and unfortunately for the defense there, it bounces the wrong way right out of bounds.
All set now, 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't care any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Penix working from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, 79 Bronco, 60 Bison, go.
Penix on 1st down. Gets it downfield, on target to Walton. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, 70 left.
We'll go play action. Here's Penix. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off Trey Amos.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back. Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw. And even more so, picked it off.
Offense to the line. Here we go.
Let's go.
Plowing up the middle. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable doing anything in your playbook.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. They'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Give them 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of a defense.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Here we go, start. Cowboy 80.
This is Jacory Kronsky-Merrick, and it for the first time. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Just an outstanding play by that safety. But I'll say this, Kate, an offensive coordinator, take note. Those safeties are flying downhill. To create a negative play on a toss, I can assure you a reverse, a trick play, something over their heads coming eventually.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Ready? Go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Cut out left. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. He felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Ready, set.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
60. Come on. Set. 70. 19 tight. 19.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for 3rd down.
Let's go. Panther 50. Panther 50. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready,
3rd and long for him here. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Go! Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Working quickly here.
And the Falcons, first down.
Penix now on 1st down. Look out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Set. Panther 60.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
On first down, here's Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be second down.
Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60. Viking 18.
Again, Penix to the air. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
19, target, cut 19, cut 19. Mustang 19. Go.
It's Penix yet again. To the left side, and Johnston has it. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now. And they try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Leads into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third total score of this game. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Pierce coming in motion left. Throwing on first down. Daniels. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10.
Here we go. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Here's Daniels. Taking a shot deep here. This is brought in at the 15. And that is a touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And his guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Visitors 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Cougar 19. 18. Pioneer. Buffalo 18.
Throwing now on first down. Penix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Here we go, here we go. Bravo 80. 19, Tiger, 19. Alert, alert.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And that one doesn't get him much, give him maybe a yard. It's third down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Let's go now. 19, Viking, 18. 19, Lion. Panther 11, Panther 11. Panther Street, Panther Street. Let's go.
Here he goes, third and long. He beams one, deep right side. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And plenty of hang time on this one. All right, so they're only going to have enough time for one more snap here before we reach halftime. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 60 Eagle, 60.
He's back to throw. On the move, headed right. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And that is a crunching hit that ends our opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Set to go now from the 35.
70, 70.
They'll run here on first down. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled there by James Pierce.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now a give running right. And they find them after just a yard, and it's third down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third down, they need 7. Daniels setting up the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, got to play with sense of urgency. Got to protect the quarterback, and they didn't either.
Ooh, this was not hit well, and it's headed for the sideline. And this one gets just beyond midfield before sailing out. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. Looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that 1st down. Ball at the 41, 3rd and short.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Working quickly here.
Gain of 2. And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
On 2nd down, Robinson. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Offensive line fast.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, things weren't about to end after the 1st hit or the 2nd. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. He was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Penix on 3rd down. That one complete to Pitts. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cougar 19. Be ready. Be ready. You got time right there. Come on.
Here's Robinson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this, other than simply splendid?
Fast on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll run. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on it. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. He'll air it out on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And this one is kicked up towards the clouds. Escapes the defender. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To the air with Penix. On him quick, and they bring him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Short pass brought in. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
19 Lions, 18 Cardinals.
From the gun on 3rd, Penix. Forced out to his right. He's going for it himself. A solid gain there. He gets him across the 45 before he goes out. He gets 6 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Quick slant. It's Johnston. And this one doesn't go far.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Falcons in possession, and they have set themselves up well to get the victory here. Third and 4 coming up now.
Let's go now. Nice, go.
Throwing Penix. Pass brought in by Watson. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Robinson again here on 2nd. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big deal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Another carry for Robinson. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Oh, it's a miss. He sent it wide right. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
While they're still in great shape to win this game, Kate, don't tell the kicker that. You know he's bummed with every miss. But with that miss, still 2 touchdown game, and one more stop here can very much end things.
They kick the running back in motion. This play's a design run. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Gain of 15 there. And that gives him the 1st.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, when you're a defender and you see them give that quick little take to the fullback, you just have to stop him before he gets started. They piled on him and held him to minimal yardage.
They've got a man in motion. Firing quickly out of line, Daniels. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Challenges, double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Daniels pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Roll.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And that effort yields him about 3 yards there. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Penix looking to pass. Hauled in by Gray. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
19, Tiger, 19, 18,
Shotgun now on third down. Buys time, rolling right. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta, first down.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons looking like they'll start this season with a win.
Ready.
So first down from the 41.
79.
Hand off that Robinson. He scrapes together a yard at most. It's second down.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
60 Bison. 18 Cardinal.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's back. It's Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Play action. Here's Penix. Completed here to Johnston. That short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
For the second time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. On the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it, with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All set to go now from the 35.
Come on.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Chased out to his right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
60 Bison. Cowboy 80.
From the gun, it's Daniels. On the move, headed right. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. A sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Here we go.
Daniels throwing on third. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Let's go now.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. One down, a whole lot more wins to go, Brock. But hey, victors to begin this regular season.
Yeah, I think it's both these guys go across the...